Listening to the victims' families speak here is heartrending. And of course, as I asked my colleague Margaret Kobia, with each one of the lady leaders who was standing before me, reminding us of one who is not here today, it will take an animal or a stone-hearted person not to feel pain and frustrated by these kinds of things. And so I have resorted that the few minutes I have this evening, I'll speak to you directly from my heart and speak passionately about these things. 2 weeks ago, I was in Matumbu, where a woman had been killed together with a child in her womb, and a 7-year-old child was sleeping with her in that room by thugs, sponsored and supported by normal ordinary people. One of those people, when we arrested them, has appeared in court 21 times, charged with all manner of crime. Some cases have been there forever, they have not been resolved. 21 times that person has appeared in court on all manner of crime and so on. I came here tonight with the Inspector General of Police and the DCI, my closest colleagues in dealing with the situation we are dealing with in the country right now. I will not pretend about this. It is frustrating and very concerning to the country that levels of violence are rising amongst us. Some of the things you see shock you. And it's as though, in addition to the vulgarization of our basic values in society, we have moved beyond the levels of bestiality that are known. And the toxic masculinity that has crept in is destroying the very basis upon which we have built this society over a long time. It's unthinkable. So what we are dealing with here tonight and what we are seeing in the country, it may be stuff for studies, but it's stuff for very deep reflection and very deep thinking. Yes. And what do we need to do? So from our end, let me start from our end, because we have the duty to deal with these things. We will not shirk, we will not hide, we will face the responsibility we have that we have to do. The DCI tells me, because up to now in the course of this year, we have 802 reported cases of violence against women and children. About 403 of them are against children, the rest are against women. Some of them have resulted in murders and rape and so on across the country. To the credit of the DCI and the police, 80% of the cases that have been reported, we actually either have the people in custody or we have taken them before the magistrate and they have been released on bond. And we are waiting for the conclusion of these cases. And noticing the challenges we've had in investigation over the years, the government has invested very heavily. You realize that when the president reorganized government, he moved the Crime Research Center and the government chemist to the Ministry of Interior because we want to put them together with the DCI. So that now, with our new investments in building an ultra-modern forensic lab, we are able to conclude investigations within a short time and bring people to meet with the law in the courts of law. Therefore, one, I support what our colleagues from civil society are asking here, and we need to have conversations with our colleagues in the judiciary. That we need to get together and look at how within the justice system, within the criminal justice system, we can set aside institutions that separately deal with these issues. So that we have, for example, a magistrate's court that addresses these issues directly, so that these cases can be heard on a day-to-day basis and concluded. It's neither fair nor right anyway to have families tortured with the pain of going to court day in, day out, and spending resources and going through the difficulties of engaging with an event that is not concluded. Because when a murder has not been concluded in a court of law, it remains an open wound and it haunts families and people stay with this for a long time. So we will do our part in ensuring that we support our colleagues and work with our colleagues in the judicial system so that in the administration of justice, we actually can have an institutional attention to the challenges that we face today. Secondly, we have invested more resources. In the next intake of the police, we are even creating a special cadre of police officers. We will train, we are calling cadet police officers. We are going to take police officers who have high expertise in investigation, some of them have got training in law, so that we start building our capacities in investigation, so that we are not sent away from court every day, that our cases are not properly researched and solved. And the DCI is working on this. We work together on a very solid curriculum, and when we begin the next phase of selecting police trainees, we will have a different group of people who will deal with this. I will admit to you, we have challenges because they affect even us in the police department. I see cases of young police officers, who are resorting to violence against each other, and some of them is as a result of challenges that we could deal with. As a result, the Inspector General of Police and the National Police Service has prepared a training program. The people we are appointing now as county commanders and regional commanders are people we want to train to be leaders, to be managers, to mentor people, to have relations with the police officers they manage, so that they can grow the young officers who join the service when they are very young, to understand that they don't have to kill each other when they don't agree on a relationship. Moving our country to the next level. It is not right to live the way we are living right now. And true, as Honorable Esther Basari said, we don't want to be known as a society that butchers its people, that butchers its girls, that kills its women, because it is primitive, it's barbaric. Let's not dress it in language. Murdering women and killing children is a very primitive thing. It's an animal way of life. We can't live this way. But I want to ask you, my brothers and sisters, tonight, that we have a hell lot of work that we need to do beyond even the criminal justice system and what we are going to do. We need to invest, all of us, in our energies and resources, in working with structures of governance to improve our livelihoods. One, I would like us to have conversations, for example, with county government structures across the country. I can confess to you, the war we are having in the country now, fighting the consumption of illicit rules and drugs, is defeated completely because most county governments, because they're interested in revenue, they're licensing everyone to sell liquor. I did not know that even in villages, in people's homes in villages, people would be licensed to sell beer. You don't need to go far. Drive down some of the counties around Nairobi. And every time we arrest these people, a magistrate releases them because they flash a license from the county government. So that means that we have declared a war against betting and gambling. We will not build a society and tell our children that they will wake up in the morning and become suddenly rich. We are a society that has been built through hard work. We were not socialized and raised on So, honorable members of parliament, we are sending to you a bill that will reorganize and reorient our gaming industry. It is a cancer we have to deal with because some of the frustrations and the suicide cases you are seeing are related to that. And then the frustrations and desperation that you see among us, our people, are related to that. Let's be honest with one another. The challenges we face, we deal with them. But beyond that, I would even go further and challenge all of us to look at what we need to do with our social values. My fellow parents who are in this room, we also need to do our part. If you are blessed with a son, have a conversation with them and tell them, no from a girl is not a good enough reason to be mad and even to kill. Let's socialize our children to live as human beings. We were raised in societies where we were told, you may ask the question today, you may find the answer tomorrow is no, and the day after is no, but it might be yes soon. So you train them on patience and to socialize our children on positive values on how to live and how to conduct themselves. That if a girl says no, you don't murder them. You will find a way of being more persuasive and so on and so forth. Faith-based agencies to join hands. We've had several conversations with our colleagues, faith-based sector, and we are going to intensify our engagement with them. In the mosques, in the churches, in the temples, let us begin to deepen the values that matter. Let me tell you, my friends, our society is facing a serious challenge. When you see these things that are happening here, they are testament to many things going wrong. And let us begin working on each of those things that needs to be right to have our society move forward. And I'll end by asking our political leaders across the country, join all of us in sanitizing the practice of politics and sometimes help move the violent language out of it. violent mobilization out of it, violent organization out of it. And let us socialize our people to know that differences of opinion is just that. It's a difference of opinion. It doesn't mean anything more than that. You don't have to hate anyone, you don't have to kill anyone, and attack. That we will do our part to deal with these issues decisively and conclusively. And that we will change the environment in which we live. We have agreed with the Inspector General. He will double. We just recently, by the way, if you didn't know, the crimes against children unit of the DCI was fairly small. Mr. Kinoti doubled the personnel in that department, immediately became DCI. And we have agreed again this week to double it once more, so that we have more officers who will deal with crimes against children. And then I have been in various parts of the country where even the gender violence desks we set up at police stations are not very active and they're not working. I undertake that we will work with the IG to revive those desks. We are focused. I say this because I believe it, I know it, and for sure I can speak authoritatively on behalf of my president. The president is so focused on these things. His constant instructions, you can see the level of focus and interest he has in women and children, and the investment he's making himself. Look at the number of my female colleagues in cabinet and the number of appointments he's making. We are closer to the destination that we all want to go. So let us join the spirit of reform to bring about an end to this madness in our society. But I will tell you for a fact, colleagues, we will do our best. You will see a change in some of our police stations and the gender desk. You will see a change in our work with colleagues in civil society, in the manner in which we investigate these cases. Let others also do their part. My sister, Lady Justice Njoki Ndung'u, is here with tremendous respect, because I have to respect the other branch of government. Please, when you are having a conversation away from us, ask and answer this question. Is it okay that someone who has appeared in court 21 times and bonded every time is now out in the villages murdering people and organizing others to be murdered, and they are left scot-free? And even when we presented him the 22nd time, he is still out, as it were. So these are issues we need to deal with as we go along. But I commit, on behalf of my colleagues in government and on behalf of my colleagues in the security sector, we will do our part. And the leaders who are supporting this, thank you so much for bringing this to light. In us, you have the strongest possible allies, and forward we will go. Thank you.